Hey folks, this is Phil from Alabama Hot Sauce. That's alabamahotsauce.com on the web. I'm here with you today to give you what I think might be a little treat. I've got in front of me a 35-pound bucket of orange habanero peppers that were set to ferment 30 days ago today. Now, 3 weeks ago, in my regular ferment inspection, I opened up all of my ferment buckets, including this one, and did an inspection. They all look wonderful, but this one looked and smelled great. So here we are now, 3 weeks later. I want to open it up with you. We're going to take a look and see what progress is made in 3 weeks. Now, I released the top, and I use, when I ferment, sterile bags inside my buckets to keep everything good and clean. Wow. The first thing I'll tell you is I don't see any evidence of any yeast or anything in this ferment that would concern me. It smells great. And wow. Folks, look at this ferment. It is not exceptionally wet. I would say this is maybe 10% standing fluid. Absolutely beautiful. I just gotta do it. Wow. Blazing hot. Sour, funky. Ooh, this is going to be great. This ferment was set with the intention to make a new sauce that tentatively is going to be called Pyro Pineapple. It's going to be what I think is a unique take on the pineapple and habanero sauces that most people make. I've already done a number of tests. I did a quarter batch, this as a sort of a production batch. This first production will be what I call a half batch. And to me, a half batch is 288 jars. A full batch is 576 in my current level of production. So this will make a half a batch. This stuff's going to be absolutely wonderful. Matter of fact, tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to do something I don't always do. I'm going to take a jar of this out. And take it home with me. And I'm going to make some relish. I don't always do this, but every now and then when you get a ferment that's this perfect, you got to take a little blender's share. So this is going to go home with me. I'm going to make relish. I have to make a couple of jars of it a month because I eat it like crazy. One of the things you'll notice, I don't know if you caught this, but this pepper is fermented with the stem still on it. You can get away with that with some of the super hots that have very, very small stems. The process I use will remove most of this before pureeing it, so it doesn't interfere with it even one bit at all. Now, what will happen to this ferment? I will this afternoon do some further tests on it. I'll test the pH. From what I can tell from my mouth, this is going to be down there like 3.2, 3.1. It's going to be a pretty sour mash. I'll test the ferment. I'll do some other tests and seal it back up. I'll replace the valve lid that we use for vacuum fermenting with a solid lid, and this will move into our 32-degree cold storage in the back of the kitchen. We put it back there for conditioning, but this is not really going to need a lot of conditioning. Mostly it's going to sit back there for 2 or 3 weeks until I'm able to work this into the schedule of production. When I produce a brand new sauce like this for the first bottle production run, it takes about twice as long as it does to produce it under normal production. I've already got my process authority back on this sauce, so I'm ready to go. But being the first time I actually produce it on a production run, I'll do an awful lot of video and I'll pay a lot of attention. The mise en place will be double checked. Everything will be done very, very slowly to make sure that I'm following that process authority correctly. Well, folks, I want to thank you for joining me. I'd appreciate it if you would subscribe to my channel, give me a thumbs up, and ring that bell. That gives YouTube notification that you should be notified when I produce new content. Once again, I want to thank you for joining me, and I'll see you next time. Hey folks, this is Phil from Alabama Hot Sauce. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you don't mind, push the logo button up there on the screen and subscribe to my channel. While you're here, I've recommended a couple of videos I think you'd enjoy. Press them and take a look. Once again, thank you.